Welcome back again. Manchester United star Alejandro Garnacho is as valuable as Premier League's elite. Man United starlet. Alejandro Garnacho has seen his transfer value skyrocket over the last year. It's been one hell of a year for Alejandro Garnacho. 12 months ago, the exciting winger was still waiting for his first senior start at United, but the clamor to see him in action was growing. Garnacho had shown in United's successful FA Youth Cup campaign, scoring 7 times in 6 matches as the prestigious trophy was won for the first time since 2011. It was already clear Garnacho was destined for the first team. Ralf Rangnick handed him his debut at the end of that season, but it would be under Erik ten Hag when his career really took off. Garnacho made his first start in the Europa League win over Sheriff Tiraspol on October 27, 2022, and he has gone on to firmly establish himself in the senior squad despite being aged just 19. The Argentine has now made 46 appearances, scoring 6 times and laying on 5 assists. There is still a lot of growing to do, but Garnacho's potential is obvious, and it has been reflected in his transfer value, which has skyrocketed over the last year. The CIES Football Observatory has calculated the forward's value to be at Euro 60 million, or approximately pound 50 million. That value places Garnacho on par with the likes of established Premier League stars James Maddison, Jack Grealish, Raheem Sterling, Bernardo Silva, Ederson, and Reece James. It also has him level with teammates Jadon Sancho, Lisandro Martinez, Rasmus Højlund, Mason Mount, and Diogo Dalot. In fact, the only United players valued higher are Bruno Fernandes and Antony at Euro 80M and Marcus Rashford at the top of the pile at Euro 100 million. Barcelona sensation Gavi is the only teenager valued higher than Garnacho at Euro 150 million, while Brighton striker Evan Ferguson is also valued at Euro 60 million. Despite how much he is worth, United won't be looking to make a profit on Garnacho anytime soon. United spent less than £500,000 to snag the highly rated prospect from Atletico Madrid when he was just 16 in 2020, and with Real Madrid said to be interested, moved to secure his future earlier this year by tying him down to a new contract until 2028. Elsewhere, excited Man United fans proclaimed, "We're back," after Erik ten Hag's side beat Barnsley 3-0 in a secret friendly. The Red Devils downed the Tykes in a behind-closed-doors friendly at Carrington on Tuesday, again and again. Romano tips outcast to leave. Fabrizio Romano believes Manchester United and Premier League misfit Donny van de Beek is expected to leave in January with a sale every likely. The transfer guru told Caught Offside, "A January departure is expected and very likely for Donny van de Beek after he almost left in the summer. It's too early to mention specific clubs, but he was really close to Real Sociedad in August. Then nothing happened. So, United draw up defensive shortlist. Manchester United have drawn up a 4-man shortlist to strengthen their defense in January. The Red Devils HGA've leaked goals after suffering an injury crisis, but could remedy the situation by signing Goncalo Inacio. Jean-Claire Todibo, Antonio Silva, and Edmond Tapsoba are all of interest too. On the other side, Manchester United defender says David Beckham reached out to him after Scotland-England abuse. Speaking ahead of England's internationals against Australia and Italy, Harry Maguire explained how David Beckham had been in contact after he was jeered by Scotland fans during the Three Lions 3-1 win at Hampden Park in September. "It just shows how classy he is to reach out to me." The defender was jeered by Scotland supporters during the friendly, with his own goal another blow for a player whose struggles in recent seasons have seen him become a target for critics. Afterwards, England boss Gareth Southgate said he was livid with the way Maguire's reputation has been attacked, calling his treatment over a sustained period an absolute joke. "I actually spoke with David about 3 weeks ago after the Scotland game," said Maguire, speaking in a press conference ahead of England's October internationals against Australia and Italy. "He got in touch with me, which was really nice of him, and I really appreciated that. It meant everything. I've spoken about David Beckham being someone I looked up to and I watched when I was a young boy. He was a big role model when I was growing up, and I think it just shows how classy he is to reach out to me." Maguire spoke about Netflix's recently released documentary series, which details Beckham's life and career, with particular focus on the intense negative attention he received after his red card against Argentina at the World Cup in 1998. "He's been in that position and he knows what it's like," he continued. "I watched the documentary and I couldn't believe how much he went through at the time. again and again. Harry Maguire has dismissed suggestions he turned down a move to West Ham in the summer in order to sit on his bumper contract at Manchester United. He said that regular game time is really important to me. It has been throughout all my career. The actual opportunity to go to West Ham? It wasn't agreed really between both clubs. It wasn't just my chance to say, yes, I'm going. It wasn't agreed. The actual opportunity wasn't there because we didn't get far enough down the line with it. West Ham is a massive club, but my full focus is Manchester United and having to fight for my place. On the other side, Andre Onana is set to play a match in Russia tomorrow. That's despite the country being banned by FIFA due to the war in Ukraine. Russia's football teams were hit with a blanket suspension from all FIFA competitions following last year's invasion of Ukraine. The senior men missed out on a place at the World Cup, and they will also play no rule at next summer's Euros. However, Russia is still allowed to play international friendlies. They host Cameroon tomorrow at Moscow's VTB Arena, with Onana set to start despite retiring from international duty after the World Cup. Elsewhere, Manchester United launched a hunt for a dressing leaker amid new claims emerging about Cristiano Ronaldo's acrimonious departure. It comes after Alan Brazil revealed he was told by a United player that the squad are unhappy with how Erik ten Hag treated Ronaldo and Jadon Sancho. United are now trying to find the leak and are investigating an anonymous Twitter account leaking injury updates and news about first-team unrest. A club insider told Mail Online, "Preparation for games these days is so thorough that leaked information about team lineups and injuries can give the opposition an advantage to exploit. United fans should be hounding out these accounts that routinely leak this kind of information and questioning what is their motivation for doing it." Meanwhile, Club Chiefs responds to Greenwood fiasco. Manchester United Club's chief executive Richard Arnold has responded to the backlash he received from some of the club staff to how United dealt with the decision around Greenwood. The staff meeting, which took place in September, was a chance for the staff members at the club to vent their frustration and pose any questions they had. It is said that Arnold was surprised by the sheer amount of people who felt they couldn't challenge the status quo. Arnold said, "The first thing they've learned is around continuing to strengthen the education and welfare support to players to make sure at the front of mind is promoting healthier relationships and behaviors. The other learning we've taken is to listen to feedback from domestic abuse charities and other groups, and, in particular, Women's Aid." On the other side, Manchester United beat Barnsley 3-0 in a friendly at Carrington on Tuesday, with several first-team players short of minutes featuring against the League One club. Donny van de Beek and Antony both started the game, with the latter building up his match fitness ahead of a possible return to the starting 11 against Sheffield United after the international break. Antony featured from the bench against Brentford but lacks match fitness after being taken out of first-team training amid allegations of domestic violence.